entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
And we are live. Greetings to everyone watching live and everyone watching after the fact. Shout out to the faithful and salute to the patrons. This is Larry Williams, OAW Commander-in-Chief, here to bring you all the November 2020 Q&A. Told you guys I was going to do it. Told y'all I was going to do it. I told y'all I told y'all I was going to do at least one. I was going to do another Q&A. Told y'all in the last one. I was like, no, I got to get back on track with these monthly Q&As because I had missed a couple, but we on this one. So how's it going, everybody? How's everyone doing? Happy belated Thanksgiving. Hopefully you all had a very festive, a very fruitful, a very filling, and a very safe Thanksgiving. How's everybody going? I see people are filing in. Shout out to Loose for Pitch Black, DeJean Patterson Powers, and No Longer Human. What's happening? I know we've got some other people starting to file in too. So yeah, man, we are just going to be kicking it live here tonight. Pretty much probably for like the next hour or so. Just going to be taking you guys questions, comments, concerns, or whatnot. I know it's been a minute since y'all saw me because y'all haven't seen me since earlier, at the beginning of the month, right? It's only been a few weeks, but in internet time, that's like forever, right? That's forever. So, we got some Facebook viewers too. Juan, welcome. Well, that's a name I don't recognize. Welcome, sir. Welcome. But yeah, we just gonna be kicking it tonight. We just gonna be kicking it. Just gonna be chilling, catching up with you guys. There's been a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff has happened just this month alone. Because we had the presidential election. We've had the PS5 and the Xbox Series X drop. What else has happened? We've had some movie news happening with the whole, I remember the whole Wonder Woman announcement. That was a big thing. The Black Panther 2 announcement, because it's supposed to start a production in July. Let me see what else. What other crazy stuff happened? Dang, I'm trying to think. Well, see, now I'm thinking about comic book stuff because, all with the layoffs at DC and at Marvel, and with DC pretty much announcing future state and all that's going on with that. A lot of stuff. Not to mention everything that's been going on television wise, like Supernatural ended, right? 15 seasons and it's finally over. Supernatural just ended. The Mandalorian is running wild right now on Disney Plus. I actually, real quick, I'm gonna throw this out there. So originally tonight's stream was scheduled for 7, right? And my plan was I was gonna have dinner and watch the Mandalorian, right before the stream, right? Then I saw that it was a 45-minute episode, and I was like, oh snap, hold up. So I had to reschedule for 7:30 because I'm like, nah, man, I need to watch my Mandalorian, and it was great. It was amazing. Arguably the best episode so far in the series. But that's arguable because, like I said, there's so many good episodes. But God, it's such a good show. God, I've been meaning to do this for some time. I have to do a Mandalorian review on the channel. I've been meaning to do that for a while. So I need to finally get around to that. And then, of course, there's other reviews and videos that I got to get around to because I know I'm behind. Yeah, that's the thing. All right, let's get this thing going. Oh, and just so you guys know, if I have any patrons watching right now, I did send the link to join in the Q&A. Any of my patrons watching, if you got that message, if you got that link, feel free to jump on in. I also shared the link with some of my fellow YouTube compatriots, so maybe they will pop in. We don't know. That's how we do in the Q&A. That's how we do. All right, so let's see what everybody is talking about. Let's see. Oh, wait, huh? What? Wrong one. All right. So first question for tonight comes from a man, DeJean Patterson Powers. He says, to clarify my wrestling question, I mean, do you like the in-ring matches or the wrestlers in storylines with characters like Undertaker, or just guys who just wrestle? Was there a prior question before this, DeJean? Let me know, because I did not see one in the chat. I guess if I'm reading this question properly, it's asking, what do I like best about wrestling? Is it the in-ring matches or the wrestlers and storylines with characters like I like the storylines. That was always my favorite part of like professional wrestling. Not so much the performances, not that the performances were bad or anything like that. No. But because like let me put it to you like this. For the most part, yeah, wrestling is, it's a fun show to watch and whatnot. It's, to see, guys compete with each other and all that type of jazz, right? But so far as I can remember, there have only been a few like memorable matches, and so that's why I don't really put too much stake in the actual performance itself because I kind of grew accustomed to that. Like you're not, every match you watch, you're watching Monday Night Raw or whatever, you're probably not going to get too much of a memorable performance or anything like that. You don't need it, right? Usually they try to, save the really crazy stuff for like the pay-per-views and stuff like that, right? But no, I always like the storylines. That's my thing. And it's the main reason why I played the video games for so long was because the storylines. I liked the storylines. All right. Oh, and then DeJean follows this up with another question. He says, favorite Cowboy Bebop song. Oh, that would probably be if I'm being honest, it's probably the Real Folk Blues. Yeah, no, yeah, it probably is. It probably is the Real Folk Blues. I love that. Love that song. All right. Lucifer Pitch Black has a question. He says, why was the ending trash? I expected Dean to die. Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. Here it is. Dude, this is so weird because I got comments coming in while I'm trying to click on them. I think there's some delay or something like that. But Lucifer Pitch Black asks, what's your thoughts on the end of Supernatural? I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it. I dropped Supernatural after season 6. And I've only seen like a few episodes here and there since then, but I was not keeping up with Supernatural. I just know that it ended recently, and that was a big thing because I kept seeing it pop up on my Facebook and everything. So, but yeah, I didn't watch the finale. Oh, Half Hope Hut is in the building, man. No, it's not. No, it's not that late where he is. Welcome, Half Hope. Thanks for joining. And he asked. He says, thoughts on this Tyson Roy Jones fight? Will it be for real? It's an exhibition, man. It's not like they're not competing for a title. It's an exhibition fight. But I think they will put their best foot forward. Honestly, I'm picking Tyson in this just because I know that Tyson has stayed like he didn't just get in shape for this fight. You know what I'm saying? Like he was already getting in shape and he's been in shape for a while now. And he's looking really, 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 really good. So yeah, I'm gonna say Tyson just because he's been working out longer. Simple. He's been working out longer. All right. Man. All right. Now the questions are flying in. All right. Okay. So you gonna have to work tonight, old man. All right. Let's do this. I'm ready. I'm ready. Mm. All right. Let's see. Ooh, this one is from Ice Cold Ombre. He says, "Have you watched the Chicago Bulls documentary, The Last Dance?" Yes, I have. I've watched it several times. Actually, how many times have I watched the last? I've watched The Last Dance a lot. What other sports teams would you like to have that kind of detailed documentary of? So, Ice Cold Ombre, I am very glad that you asked that question. Currently, there is a rumor. This has not been confirmed or substantiated, anything like that, but there is a rumor that the producers of The Last Dance are in talks to produce a Last Dance like documentary documenting the 2000s Lakers, so the Shaq and Kobe dynasty. Yeah, uh, yeah, that would be cool. That'd be cool because it's another Phil Jackson team, right? And it's another three-peat team too. So yeah, that would be cool to see. Oh man, dude, and there's so much stuff you can do with that documentary, dude. with those early 2000 Lakers, bro. That'd be really really cool because they, oh man, dude. Especially if they, spend time on the whole like Lakers, Sacramento Kings rivalry and the rivalry with the Spurs, and yeah, that'd be the one. Would be the, yeah, Phil Jackson's Lakers. Um, but I want to do another one. I want to do another one. I would not mind. Okay, you know what? This might be an unpopular opinion, but it's about, you asked me what other team I would like to see a detailed documentary of. I'm gonna be real with you, dude. I don't think it'll ever happen. Not anytime soon, maybe 20, 40 years from now. Dude, I wouldn't mind seeing a documentary about Alabama's football team with under Nick Saban, and pretty much like how was it Saban was able to pretty much restore Alabama as a perennial college football powerhouse. Um, yeah, I'd be very interested in seeing. I guess a Nick Saban documentary, but I'm focusing it more on Alabama just because that school not only have they been so successful under Saban, but the caliber of talent that school. I mean, dude, some of the biggest names in the game right now are Alabama alumni. Julio Jones, Derrick Henry, so on and so forth. I mean, dude, like, yeah. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a documentary on the Roll Tide. I wouldn't mind that at all. I see Trent is in the building. Trent, dude, hop in the. I sent you the link, man. Hop in the hangout. Vin Frost is in the building and says, Happy late Thanksgiving, Larry. Speaking of the Mandalorian, what did you think of the portrayal of Ahsoka in this week's episode? I thought it was amazing. It was pretty much what I expected from Rosario Dawson, which was kind of funny because so let me tell y'all what happened. This was kind of funny because so I'm watching The Mandalorian. It was the episode 2 weeks ago, the one with Katie Sackhoff, and they dropped Ahsoka's name at the end of that episode. I had totally forgot. Like as soon as they said that, I said, "Wait, Ahsoka's gonna be in this?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's right, because Rosario Dawson's playing her." I had totally forgot about that, about the fact that Ahsoka was gonna be in the show. I forgot about. I mean, as soon as I heard her name drop, it instantly came back to me. But I just totally forgot that she was even supposed to be in the show. But yeah, it was it was what I expected, but Rosario Dawson I thought actually did a even better job than I expected, and her makeup was way better than I thought it would be. I totally believed that was Ahsoka, like totally. Um, that was a very immersive experience, like watching that episode. Like I just totally, like I was lost in the episode. They did a really good job with that. But hang on. But my critique does not come without criticism. My only gripe with that episode, because everything about that episode was so good, right? I'm talking about like even the antagonist for the episode. I dug the whole like Eastern theme that they were going with, especially since it was about the Jedi, which we know are based off of Japanese samurai. So how we sort of like sort of incorporated like that east, like those like the set designs, with the garden, and then even the music choice in the episode is very like Eastern influence, Eastern inspired, right? My one gripe about the episode though, it's a little dark. I thought it was my TV at first. Like I thought maybe the backlight on the TV wasn't on or something. No, it's the episode. Yeah, the cinematography is a little dark in that episode, a little too dark. I had to essentially turn off the lights in my living room so that I could see the episode proper. Because if you have a light on, that glare, it's so dark, it just falls flat up against that screen. So yeah, episode was a little dark, but other than that, yeah, Ahsoka was awesome. Rosario Dawson was awesome. She did a really good job. Yeah, yeah. 5 stars from me. 5 stars from me. Great episode. Best one of the season so far. Yeah, really good. All right, let's see. Who else do we have in the building? Maniac Madness 11 is in the building. What's happening, playa? Hey, Larry, do you think people would question how it is a character? Wait, oh, how is it a character that's an alien written in a novel in first person POV speaking English in his head? No, no. Because the novel would be written for an English audience. So they, yeah, suspend your disbelief, man. If it's first person POV, the reader's not really going to question that because how else are they supposed to be able to get the story? Um, yeah. So yeah, I don't think that'd be an issue. And even if people do question it, fuck it, write your story, man. Write your story. Um, This one's from Bond Miller. Which Green Lanterns would you want to be in the HBO show? I think I answered this question before. I mean, you guys know by now. Jon Stewart's my man, of course. Jon Stewart's my man. But you guys also know I'm a huge Kyle Rayner fan as well. Look, dude. Here's the thing. If you're and for the record, can we get some clarification on this too? Is that Green Lantern show supposed to be just an HBO Max exclusive, or is it actually going to be on the HBO network? Not that it really matters. I'm just kind of interested if they're going to make it like a streaming only, or if it actually is going to be on television, like on HBO. But dude, if you're look, so here's the thing, guys. They announced that they were doing a Green Lantern Corps television show. If that's the case, you gotta have Hal Jordan, you gotta have Guy Gardner, you gotta have John Stewart, you gotta have Kyle Rayner, right? Because you're doing the core. You gotta have uh what's Birdface? Torok. You gotta have Torok. You gotta have Kilowog. I heard though. Actually, not. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about this, I heard a rumor. And actually, I don't think this was a rumor. I think because aren't the producers of the show Berlanti, the guy who does all the CW show, Greg Berlanti, which is why I'm not. You know what? Yeah, now if memory serves, it's all coming back to me now. Yeah, Greg Berlanti is supposed to be the producer of that show, and he's the guy behind all the Arrowverse shows, which are terrible. Which I'm not holding out much hope for this show. But I think he said that. What's your girl? What is her name? What's her name? Jen, the blonde green, the female blonde Green Lantern. Her. She's supposed to be like one of the central characters. Okay. I mean, I haven't read much of her. What I did read her in, she's always a supporting character. So, anyway, if you're gonna do a Green Lantern Corps show, the ones I would want to see the most would be John and Kyle. Yeah, John and Kyle would be the main two. Mm. How long you staying on, Larry? I got a 3-day weekend. I am only going to be on for maybe an hour or so, possibly. Yeah. I'm not going to be on too late tonight. Um, yeah. Let's see. Next one. So the Mandalorian redeemed Star Wars. Well, it's the best Star Wars. It's the best Star Wars production that Disney has released. I'll put it like that. Um, Dreezy KO, what's happening, player? He says you have to get into the new anime called Jujutsu Kaisen. It's about curses, like spell curses. I thought that was a martial arts show. I thought that was a martial arts anime. Um, Have Hope Hut says Your views on the obsession people have with the Snyder cut for Justice League, will it really be that much of a change from the original? Yes, it will actually. Have hope. No, it actually will, because that original Justice League film, the one that was, theatrically released and whatnot, that's a Frankenstein monster, dude. That is not Zack Schneider's version of that film. It really isn't. Um, I mean, my views on people's obsession about it, dude. Look, here's the thing: that fan base, okay, that fan base, which is the BVS fan base, the Schneider fan base, they didn't get the Justice League movie that they were supposed to get. They didn't, because of everything that was going on at the time. They didn't get that. I don't think anyone should be obsessed with anything, but hey, man, uh, you don't knock the Mandalorian out of my hand, I won't knock the Schneider cut out of yours. How about that? I'm not obsessed with the Mandalorian though. So okay, so yeah, maybe that's a bad example. Let me see something I'm obsessed with. Uh, Moonshiners on Discovery Channel, which season 10 just started this past Tuesday, and it was awesome. It was awesome. I love that show. Love that show. Uh, anyway, but yeah, so you don't knock the Moonshiners out of my hand, I will knock the Schneider cut out of yours. How about that? Let's see. This one is from Thick Dingus. uh, I don't know if that's supposed to be a sexual play on words, because thick can also mean dim-witted, and I think dingus is also a term for a dimwit. So, thoughts on Eminem's music "To Be Murdered By" album? Is that the name of the album? I don't understand the question. I don't understand the question. How is your music murdered by album? I don't get it. I'm assuming that's the name of the album. "To Be Murdered By" must be the name of the album. Haven't heard it. Oh, let's see. It people are talking about what I was talking about with the Last Dance question. Von Miller says it wouldn't be the same without Kobe. All the more reason to make that documentary. I agree, it wouldn't be the same without Kobe, but that's even more of a reason to make it. Mm, let's see. Nick Saban would have to include. Right. Wasn't the Last Dance just 30 for 30 stretched out? If you consider, uh, yeah, but it's like a 30 for 30 series though. Is the thing that's the cool thing about the Last Dance. It's not stretched out in the sense that it's like it's a 30 for 30 episode that they stretched out across 10. No, that's not what they did. It's like a 30 for 30 season, sort of. Think about it like that. Zachariah H is in the building. What's happening? Matarao 1991. That's I no, I do recognize the name. Are you still watching or following Yashahime anime? I have not watched it since episode. What was the last episode I watched? Episode 3 or 4. I think 4 was the last one I watched. But yeah, I haven't watched it in a while. Zachary H says, Larry, did you check out the coding bootcamp I told you about? Coder Foundry, Def, look into it. It'll allow you to obtain a high salary once completed. I think I checked out, I think I went to the site just to, kind of like uh, peruse it. But I didn't really get into the details about what the program offers and everything. Um, let's see. Uh, no longer human. Have you ever heard of a YouTuber called Adonis? He does highlight commentaries on NFL, NBA, etc., but in a funny way. I the name isn't ringing a bell. I just found this guy on YouTube. Maybe this might be the same guy. Maybe I don't know. This could be the same guy. But I found this guy on YouTube who does sort of like these. He kind of does like pieces on like players and former players and like events in sports. Um, but I like the way he does it because he kind of does it almost like kind of like a radio show. Um, okay, I just looked up. Oh boy, now I have not seen this guy. I haven't seen this guy. Oh, I'll have to give you the name of the cat I'm talking about though. I've seen a couple of his videos. He did a piece on Darius Geis that I was like, oh, that was a really well done video. And then I watched the one he did on I watched the one he did on Leonard Fournette, and then what was the other one I watched? The other one was it wasn't Adrian Peterson. It was shit. What was the other one I watched? Dang, I can't remember the other one. It's gonna come to me though, but uh Dijon, he says your favorite dark and edgy material since you said you don't like dark and edgy material like Game of Thrones. My favorite dark and edgy material? You mean like single piece, like single work, like my favorite dark and edgy single work? Um, I don't know how to answer that. Um, I mean, I could very easily say like Death Note, Watchmen. Um, I'm just gonna go with those. Short answer. I'm gonna go with those because I'm not sure what all is that question supposed to encompass, but those are two things, dark and edgy things that I like: Death Note and Watchmen. The comic, not the TV series. Oh my God! Have hope. What are you doing, dude? He says, "Who is the best written protagonist in any movie or book or video game?" The best written protagonist in any movie or book or video game? I mean, how do you quantify it? You know what? You know what? I should just give you the easy answer. Jesus. Jesus Christ and call it a day. Because you said any book, right? But actually I think Moses is a better written character than Jesus, though. Moses is a really good one. Moses is a really good one. Um Best written protagonist in any movie, book, or video game. How about this? How about this? I'll give you one for each. How about that? And I would say best written protagonist in any movie. I don't know. I don't know about the best in any movie. Dang, I might have to think about that. I don't know the best written protagonist in a movie. Um, okay. How about this? I might be off about this. I might be off about this just because yeah, yeah. 'Cause I'm thinking about just doing personal favorites. Uh yeah, I'm thinking of just doing personal favorites. Um okay, here we go. Best written protagonist in any film. I can make an argument for Michael Corleone. I can also make an argument for Charles Kane from Citizen Kane. I can make an argument for either one of those. Film. Like I said, book wise, I can make an argument for Moses. I can make an argument for Jesus Christ. I can make an argument for um Atticus Fitch, Atticus Fitch from To Kill a Mockingbird. Um yeah, I'm gonna go with one of those three. And then best written protagonist in a video game. Ugh, that one's hard. That one's hard because you know what, that one I'm not going to touch because I haven't played enough video games. Yeah, I'm not going to touch on it. I haven't played enough video games. And then you also have to take in consideration backstory and stuff like that. Too many characters to quantify, honestly, at this point. All right. Maniac Madness 11 says, "Do you think an Arrowverse style Power Ranger series would work for that property when they create the new series?" What do you mean Arrowverse style? What do you mean by Arrowverse style? Um, because I would not use any I would not use the Arrowverse as an adjective for something positive. So, what do you mean when you say an Arrowverse style? You mean they're not going to have their suits? I mean, Power Rangers is already a live action property. So what? We're not. We're. I mean, what does Arrowverse means? Like we're only going to borrow ideas from the source material, but we're going to make up our own shit on the fly. No, I don't want that. I don't want that with Power Rangers. No, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Um, let's see. Ooh. Somebody said Jesus. Yes, I said Jesus. Jesus. Y'all don't read your Bible. Jesus is a great protagonist. That's the problem. Y'all don't read your Bible. You better go read that goddamn Bible. All right. Let's see. Fear or hate? What's happening, man? What's good? Says, have you seen Dave Chappelle's Unforgiven? Thoughts? I have seen the first like 8 minutes of it. I didn't finish it. I didn't finish it. I need to go back and finish it. Um, and then half hope. Here he go with these questions again. The best or worst? Wait, I'm sorry. The best or most powerful intro to a movie you've seen? Ooh, that's a really good question. The best or most powerful intro to a movie you've seen? Hmm. Well, The Lion King comes to mind because of that whole sequence, the Circle of Life sequence, is beautifully animated. Um, hmm, intro to a movie. Intro to dang, I am. Oh, yeah. See, now I'm starting to think about personal favorites. Um, like Samurai X Trust and Betrayal has a really good intro because that's the whole thing with Kenshin's backstory. Um, when he's a kid, that's really powerful. Um, would you consider intro? Would intro also be like opening scene? Because I'm thinking of like Gladiator. Um, had a really good opening scene. Let me see other movies. Um, if memory serves, Hero has a really good intro. Um, dang, I'm trying to think of some other ones. Yeah, I'm thinking of some other ones. But I'll just throw those out there for the time being. I'll have to think some more on that, man. Man, Have Hope is having me work tonight. Damn, I'm supposed to be chilling, man. Got me working. Obey Anime is in the building. What's happening? What's good, Larry? Hope all is well during this pandemic. Yep, yep. Um, Dijon, Dijon, what you doing, bro? He says, "How did you feel about Michael Jordan's Wizards run? I'm a casual basketball viewer, but it was sad to Jordan not performing at his best. Well, he was in the twilight of his career, so that's what that is. Um, Obey Anime thoughts on Trump not admitting his L. Well, it is what it is. Um, and then did you see the? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Did not. Um, let's see. What are you guys talking about in wow, okay. Um East Blue Drew, what's happening? He says, "How about Caesar from Planet of the Apes?" Oh, as a film protagonist, yeah, yeah, Caesar's a good one. Caesar's a good one. Um that's a good choice, you know. What's some of the worst protagonists that you have encountered? Where do we begin? Ray from the Star Wars sequel trilogy, Aang in the last Airbender live action, um, Bella from Twilight. Um, what's another terrible protagonist? Um, because those are the well. Ah, I could take a jab and be like, uh, you know, Zack Snyder's Superman and Man of Steel, but he's not. But that's still not one of the worst protagonists I've seen. Still not one of the worst. It's not in the same league with the three I just mentioned. I'm trying to think of another really bad one. Dang, I'm trying to think of one. I mean, those three kind of take the cake for me so far. So far. Oh, you know what? If we're including television, Sookie Stackhouse, she's terrible. Um, what's another one? Hmm. I'll have to think about some more of the worst. But yeah, those are four of the worst I've seen. Let's see. Oh, and I'm assuming that didn't include like anime or manga. Because if we include anime or manga, go ahead and throw Ichigo in there. No, Ichigo's still not one of the worst. No, I can't call him one of the worst though. That's not fair. Okay, no, he's not one of the worst. He's not one of the worst. I'm trying to think. What is the worst anime protagonist I've? Hmm. Oh, I'm trying to think of like main character because I can think of like supporting characters, but the story's not about them. Some of the worst anime protagonists. Let me see if I mean Ichigo would be in that category, but he's not the worst. He's not as bad as some other ones. Not even close. Um, and you know what? I can't even. It wouldn't even be fair to me to say your boy from Hitman Reborn because I never finished that series. Um, Dang, I'd have to think about that, man. Man, these some hard questions tonight. Woo, sweating. Got me perspirating up in here. Okay, let's see. Who is this starting? This is a troll. Angry Bear McDagger. This is a troll. He says Manga Main says he would beat you in a boxing match. What do you think? Well, Main, first off, Main never said that. And B, even if Main did say that, pretty sure I could hold my own against Main. Mainly because I have reach. So yeah. Um Obey anime. I've answered this one before a lot. What anime character can you relate to the most? Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender. That's always my go-to. Is Zuko. Um, I said it before and I'll say it again. I was Zuko at that age because Zuko's what 15 at the start of the. Yeah, I was Zuko at 15. Yeah. Um, yeah. Naruto is another one I relate to a lot. Um, Ooh. Dejan asks, I got to ask, what do you dislike about One Piece? Um, what do I dislike about it? I mean, dude, for me, One Piece, it's all taste, dude. It's all a taste issue. One Piece isn't a bad manga. It's not a bad manga, and my only real criticism against the anime is the way they do filler, because they do that in canon filler where they sprinkle filler in between the canon material and it ends up stretching out episodes. That's my only real criticism about the anime. But yeah, but like I don't dislike anything about One Piece really. It's just a taste thing. In terms of the series, I just lost interest during Fishman Island. I just lost interest in it. Um, I mean, if there's anything I don't really care for in One Piece, it would be the art style. But that's a Chiro Oda's style, and that's always been like that. Like that's never changed. That's just his art style. I tell you this though, um, I've always given Ichiro Oda credit, man. You buy a One Piece manga, you get your money's worth because he fills every corner of the panel, every corner of the panel, and every corner of the page, man. He fills it to the brim. Um, he's a good artist, man. Don't get it twisted. He is a good. Ichiro Oda is a great artist. Yeah, that style just doesn't suit my fancy. Doesn't mean it's bad. And I can tell you this too, he's one of the most imaginative mangaka I ever ran across. The stuff, the types of stuff he puts in that series is bananas. Hmm. All right, let's see. All right. I think we jumped ahead. Man, we got some. Oh man, they filing in now, man. They filing in. Um, let's see. What's the next question? This one is from Half Hope. This one. Do you see a competitor taking down YouTube, or does it destroy itself? I don't think YouTube's going anywhere, dude. YouTube's like an establishment now. I don't think it's going anywhere. Mm. Lucifer Pitch Black, Larry, do you like the originals? You talking about the CW show? I've never seen it. Never seen it. That's the what is that? The Vampire Diaries spinoff, the one that takes place in New Orleans. I've never seen it. Uh Lucifer Pitch Black, Larry, I'm assuming we gotta have a discussion on why you hate Man of Steel. All right, we can have that discussion. But yeah, let's see. Ice, the main character from Fairy Tale is worse than Ichiko. You talking about Lucy? Really? Is she? I don't recall that. Or do you mean Natsu? Because I think Lucy's the main character of Fairy Tale. Not she's the protagonist of Fairy Tale. I think they're talking about. I think they're talking about Natsu. I don't even think Natsu's a bad protagonist. He's just generic. That's the only thing. He's just generic. Um. Uh. Best development in DBZ: Piccolo or Vegeta? Um. Best development: Piccolo. Piccolo. Yeah. Um. Man, I got the trolls. I got the trolls tonight, man. Everyone's talking about. I guess people want to see me box Wayne. I'm a main. I don't know. I tell you what, y'all pay for it. We might make it happen. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, man. All right. Let's see. Ooh, this is a cool one. Vin Frost, he says, who do you like more, Tifa or Aerith from Final Fantasy VII? I was always a Tifa fan. When I played Final Fantasy VII, Tifa always stayed in my main party. Because I liked her moveset. Above the stereotypical reason why dudes like Tifa. Yes, we know she's hot. She has a big rack, athletic body build. We already know that's the easy stuff. Under the skin, please, people. Yeah. I always kept Tifa in my party. I liked her moveset because Tifa was the hand to hand combatant. She was the physical combatant. So typically the way I would do it is, I had Cloud, who was both and right. He was physical and magic based. Tifa was my main physical character, and then Aerith I usually trained as my main like magic heavy character. So that's typically how I like to roll with my party. One like physical expert, one magic expert, and then the main character usually is a mix of the two. Hell, now that I think about it, dude, that's exactly how my party in Kingdom Hearts worked. That's kind of how the main party in Kingdom Hearts worked, because Goofy is the defensive um physical player. Donald is the high HP, high magic player, and then your Sora, depending on how you customize your character, is any combination of those two things. My Sora always leaned more towards magic. Which is kind of funny. Is that a Kingdom Hearts song on behind me? Right? No, it's not. No, it's not. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Never mind. That's Ghost in the Shell. Oh, what is this? What is this? From Period. He says, Larry, if you ever want to watch One Piece again, look up One Piece. Think of a fan made version of DBZ Kai, but with the One Piece anime. Oh, okay. So it's okay. So it's like an abridged cut. Okay, that's interesting. Um. Okay, let's see. Where are we at? I swear, man, I got to give me a moderator. All right, let's see. Where are we at in the comments? Mm, Dijon actually said, "Do you still like Barack Obama?" I mean, yeah, I like Obama fine. Of course, I got some reservations about him, some stuff he said since he's been out of office, but other than that, I like him fine. Obey anime. What anime moment got you in the feels? Well, it wasn't. I mean, I didn't see this in the anime. I read it first in the manga. N- um, when Naruto met Kushina, yeah, got me in the feels. Hmm. Got me in the feels. And by that same token, since I'm including Avatar: The Last Airbender, since I brought it up earlier, um, yeah, Avatar: The Last Airbender, season what is that? Season 3, episode 19, The Old Masters, when Zuko sees Iroh for the first time, um, after Iroh escaped. Oh yeah, dude, that scene always gets me in the feels, always. Um, Another anime moment that gets me in the feels. Major Hughes' death in Full Metal, of course. Um, that's kind of an obvious one though, because everybody brings that one up. Um, One moment that used to get me in the it still kind of does is when Goten meets Goku for the first time. Yeah, I always liked that episode. Yeah, that episode always got me in the feels a little bit. Um, of course, Jiraiya's death in Shippuden. Uh, Jiraiya Sensei's death. Yeah. Um, Trying to think what else. Oh, well, of course, Nami's whole backstory in One Piece got me in the feels. Um, Trying to think of some other ones that gets me in the feels. Uh, um, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it with those. Oh, let's see. Uh, huh. Okay. This is another one from Obey Anime. Do you think Bruce deserves the anger he gets from the Bat family, or how he does things? A good example is Jason Todd and what happened to him. Well, I mean, yeah, it depends on what it is. It depends on what anger is directed towards him. Um, but yeah, I mean, to some degree, yeah. I mean, yeah, like Bruce pretty much being called to the carpet for, I mean, essentially training children for his own personal war. Yeah, that's a fair criticism. That's a fair criticism. Um, like I said, but it depends on what it is. It depends on what it is. Like Jason Todd to me was always a character who had who was justified in having a bone to pick with Bruce, right? But then again, if you go and you look at like the death of Stephanie Brown from Dr. Tompkins and her whole motivation behind that decision to not save her. Now see that is nonsense. That's when I call BS. That I don't think is justified. Because she had to die in order for Bruce to receive a message from an ally. Mm, Nah, chief. Nah, chief. But yeah, but like I said, no, that those fair criticisms, fair criticisms. And I would probably say that same criticism that I just made about Bruce, you could also make that same criticism about Charles Xavier, because he does the same thing. He trains children for war. That's essentially what he does. That's what his school is. It's a front, if you think about it. So yeah, good question. Good question. Oh. Obey Anime says, would you prefer doing a comic or a manga and why? They're the same thing. They're the same thing. They're the same thing. Um People want to see YouTubers box. Why? I don't get it. I don't. I mean, I wouldn't mind sparring Maine if that's the thing. We're gonna have to wait for this COVID stuff to wrap up first. I'll spar Maine if he wants to spar. Obey Anime X. You get the PS5 yet? Okay, Obey. I'm going to answer this as as civilized as I possibly can. You know, goddamn well I didn't get the PS5. You can't find it anywhere. Shit, I'm still surprised that the people who got it were able to actually get it. You can't find it anywhere. It's been sold out. It's been sold out everywhere, man. And I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen. But dude, yeah, you can't find them anywhere. Either version, you can't find them either anywhere. Oh, oh my God, Ferguson the Great, what's happening, homie? He says Hanzo versus Toby Rama. Who do you think is more evil and why? I would not think. I don't think either one of them is evil though. That's gonna be my answer. I don't think either one of them were evil, because Toby Rama was just very militant. But I can't say that he was evil. He was just militant as hell. And Hanzo, I can't definitively say Hanzo was really evil himself. I mean, more evil? I don't know how to make that one. I don't know how to make that call. Holy smokes. This is a 50, that's a 50 euro, right? Yeah, 50 euros. Super chat from Two Swords. Thanks so much, man. Oh man, I appreciate that. Shout out from London, Larry. Thanks for introducing me to Boy Meets World. You're welcome, sir. I got a couple football questions, but I want to get your take on something cultural. Soccer is the most viewed and played sport, so why hasn't it taken off in the US? Because the US is responsible for creating its own sports. So actually, yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll talk about this right now. Yeah, man. Yeah, basketball was created in the US. Baseball was created in the US. Football was created in the US because those sports are native to this country. They're just more popular is what it is. Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's pretty much what the answer is. They're just more popular. uh yeah, yeah. Soccer, football, that is very much a global sport. You see what I'm saying? That's the number one sport in, across continents, right? Um, but when it comes to the American sports, those for the most part have sort of stayed at home in terms of their massive popularity. I mean, consider this, dude. The the US, like, we don't really even export our sports so much as we export our franchises. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, baseball is big in, like, Japan and Korea, right? And it's like, yeah, basketball is huge. It's massive in China. And it's growing popularity in Europe. But it's not so, but we as a country, we're not really focused so much on exporting the game as we are exporting the NBA or exporting the NFL or exporting Major League Baseball. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, but if that's my take on that, why that phenomenon exists. Yeah, that's my take. I will throw out though. I will add to that. Soccer might not be as popular here, but dude, the soccer fans I know, they are huge fans, huge fans. Um, yeah, huge fans. And, and I watch it every. I'll be honest. I usually don't watch. I usually don't watch football until the World Cup. So for the record, my teams are Brazil and Barcelona. All right. But thanks, Two Swords. Thank you so much, good sir. Greatly, greatly appreciate that. Um, and I see we just hit the 1 hour mark. So I'm actually going to tell you guys what. We are going to go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry, 50 pounds. My fault. See, because I'm American, man. Because I'm American, man. You know how this works. Oh my God. And see, it's about that time. It's about that time because it's getting late. I'm looking at the clock. It's about that time, man. So yeah, I guys, go ahead, get your last string of questions in. Because I'm getting ready to wrap up the show in a minute. So go ahead, get those last questions in while you can. If you want to make sure, however, that your question or comment gets read before the end of this broadcast, you can drop a super chat, and I will make it a point to make sure that it is read before the end of the broadcast. But Two Swords, thanks so much again, man. Really appreciate that. All right, let me see if I can find where I left off because I left off right the PS5 question, the Toby Rama one, right? Ooh, here we go. I like this question. Anime Rick stupid. He said, "Funny thing, Tifa's speed makes her a good white mage." Yeah, that is true. That is true. You can get those heals in real fast. That is true. Yeah, yeah, that is true. Okay, Obey Anime favorite Pokemon starters from each gen. Awesome. Gen 1 is Squirtle. Gen 2 is Cyndaquil. Gen 3 is Torchic. Gen 4, who oh no, I had what is it, Piplup? Piplup, the penguin? He was my Gen 4. Oshawott was my Gen 5, of course. Um my Gen 6, so no, my favorite of Gen my favorite of Gen 6 though. I'm gonna go with Froakie. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Froakie and Gen 6. So here's the thing about that. Because I did, Greninja and Finnegan, right? I did both of them. But my Greninja was just granted, I did train him better than the other one. Cause when I had Finnegan as my starter, that was when I like first played Gen 6 and I just sped ran that game. I didn't realize how easy it was. I just blew through the sucker. But the second go around, when I had Froakie, evolved him up to Greninja, I took my time. I specialized trained him, with his stats and whatnot. Some of the moves I gave him and stuff like that. That one's kind of hard because I didn't really have a favorite. I didn't really have a favorite that gen. I'm gonna go with Froakie. I'm just gonna say that. And then post Gen 6, none of them have really been my favorites. Gen 7, I went with the seal, the little clown. I forget the name. Um but the one that, final transformation is that sea lion mermaid thing. That was my Gen 7 starter. But once again, not one of my favorite starters. Yeah, not one of my favorite starters. Cause yeah, dude, by the time we get to Gen 6, the designs fall off, the concepts aren't that great. The starters really aren't that great, to be honest. My last quote unquote favorite starter was Oshawott because I loved Oshawott from design. Because first off, Oshawott is freaking adorable, and Samurott is one of my favorite Pokemon. Period. From design to concept, I loved that Pokemon. Um, And like I said, the Gen 6s are okay, but that's where we start to fall off, in my opinion, with the starters. It's Gen 6 is where the fall off happens. Yeah. Oh, I guess I guess your plan guests are dealing with the Thanksgiving aftermath. Hey man, this is the Thanksgiving leftover show, man. Everybody got the itis. Dude, I loaded up on a plate of leftovers before I started the show, bruh. Dude, matter of fact, I was like 10 minutes late starting the show because it took me so long to get off the damn couch after I got done eating, man. But it was good though, bro. Um Ooh, favorite Gundam pilot. Obey Anime got the cool questions tonight, man. Favorite Gundam pilot and why? Duo from Gundam Wing. Um, concept. Um, concept and execution. I always loved Duo's design. Um, I like how he's portrayed in that series. Um, I liked his voice actor, that performance. I always thought Duo was just really fucking cool. I always thought Duo was really cool. And of course, Death Scythe is an awesome fucking Gundam. So yeah. Ooh. Dijon, he said, "Did you like Iroh and Korra as spiritual guide?" I don't even think I saw that episode. Um, Kakita Shell Bullet, what's happening, sir? It says Justice League cartoon versus Justice League movie. The cartoon, of course. Um, Obey Anime, have you watched Pennyworth or the Titans live action? Neither. Thoughts on Duke Thompson being the first metahuman a part of the Bat family, along with Bruce training him after the death of his family? I know nothing of that character. I'm not familiar with that character at all. So, yeah. Um, Then Frost says, "I remember a while ago that you said Naruto was your favorite of the big three. What was about the Naruto series that had you liking it more than One Piece and Bleach? The writing, the characters. Um, Naruto, I always thought had a better like a better story. Now I can't say a better mythology because so much of One Piece's mythology is like, original, but Naruto's mythology is based a lot off of Japanese mythology. Um, and I actually learned a lot about Japanese mythology through that series. That series was a gateway series for me with a lot of that stuff. Um, but yeah, for me, Naruto, it's the writing, it's the story, the mythology, the characters, the backstories, the relationships, the way the abilities work, so the world building, um, and then of course fights, the action. Yeah, because I always thought the action in Naruto was better than any of the other big three. Obey Anime says, "I am so confused. Do you have beef with Maine?" No, I don't have no beef with Maine. Um, King Bayo 123. Hey, do you still talk to Hikari? Yeah, yeah. We chat on Facebook. Let's see. Okay. All right. I think. Oh snap! I've almost reached the end of. Is that the? Yeah, that would be the end of the question. Wait a minute. Are they? Hang on. Nope, nope, nope. Gotta make sure I don't skip any. Um, does Jean ever seen a game in person at a arena or a stadium? Do you mean just like a specific type of game, or just have I ever gone to a live game before at all? Because I've been to plenty of live games. Hell, I used to go to yeah, I've been to plenty of live games. Um, so that one I already answered. I just answered that one. That was well, that was in the Ben Frost question. That Naruto was my favorite of the big three. So yeah, I answered that one. Um, Deshaun, this is a deep question. Did you ever fall out with your parents? Of course. Of course I have. Multiple times. Uh Two Swords says, I'm still fairly new to football and want to know why teams choose to use lateral plays very rarely. If you're talking about American football, it's because lateral plays are a risk both in because you can get penalized for lateral plays depending on where players are on the field because you can actually you get a penalty if a defensive if an offensive lineman is too far down the field compared to the position of the ball at that point. So the reason why they do lateral plays very rarely, number one, there's a high probability of a penalty. Because keep this in mind too. Not only because just a couple of things you can get from lateral plays, right? Lateral type plays in American football, you can get illegal man downfield, which is that offensive lineman thing I just talked about, right? Illegal man downfield. You can get holding calls out the wazoo. You can get blocking the back calls. Um, what's another? Um, I guess you I mean, but why would you get a nah? You probably could get a fucking pass interference call actually. But yeah, but those first three I mentioned are very easy to get in if a lateral play breaks down. The other thing too is you'll lose yardage. Lateral plays have a very high probability of negative yardage, so that's why they're used. They're only used for trick plays for the most part. Vin Frost asks, "Have you ever seen the Star Wars Holiday Special from 1978? If so, thoughts." If that's the one I'm thinking of, wasn't that one kind of just a meh? Like it it was a network television. Star Wars is popular. Let's piece something together. I think I've seen it once. I mean, I think I fell asleep on it to be honest with you. Um, okay. Um, Obey Anime, would you like a Cartoon Network with old Cartoon Network with old cartoons from Cartoon Network? Yes, it's called ToonamiAftermath.com. Check them out. Um, Ice Cold Umber, have you ever been out of the country? I have not. I have not. Let's see. Casper the Anime Geek. Who Dat Nation? Of course I'm Who Dat Nation. Y'all should already know that though. All right, and that is the end of the questions. That's our last one. All right, we did it. We did it. We completed all the questions. Um, yeah, and I still. Oh, yeah, I still. What you? How cold is it outside? Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to break out the sweats, I guess. But yeah, I want to go ahead. Yeah, so that wraps up this month's live Q&A. I want to go ahead and take this opportunity to thank everyone who watched live. Thank everyone who watched after the fact. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on social media, facebook.com/OAW Entertainment, twitter.com/OAWENTMT, twitter.tv. Wait, I'm sorry, twitch.tv/OAW Entertainment. Of course, right here, youtube.com/OAW Entertainment. Don't forget Patreon. You guys can go ahead and follow me on Patreon, patreon.com/OAW. So okay, because this is the point in time where I would usually make some sort of announcement. But I won't. Because I already feel bad enough as it is. Because yeah, I already feel bad enough as it is because I owe you guys some videos. I know. I've been messing up. I've been obsessed with finishing this damn script I'm writing. But I can go ahead and announce this. I don't know how much. I don't know what this will matter. I don't know how much stake you guys will put into this because it's like, okay, yeah, whatever, sucker. If everything goes according to plan right now, I should be finished with the script I'm working on next week, no later than next weekend. Not this upcoming weekend, the one after. So if that does happen, I will actually have much more time to work on the channel because I won't be writing at all for the month of December. That's sort of like my goal is to get this script finished ASAP so that I can take all of December off from writing. And in that way, I'll be rested and refreshed to go back at it in January. So that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping to have more time freed up for the channel in December. But I won't make any official announcements of that just yet. Yeah. But once again, keep an eye out. Make sure you follow me on social media and also make sure you have your notifications turned on so that when a stream gets scheduled, you guys will know about it. You guys will know about it. You guys will be able to tune in. All right, guys. So I got to get out of here. I want to thank you all for joining me again tonight. And until next time, somebody said Mandalorian episode reviews. I probably won't do individual episodes. I'll answer that real quick. I will either do 2 videos, like first half of season 2, second half of season 2, or I'll just wait until season 2 is finished and review all of season 2. But I'm not going to do episode by episode. I mean, I probably could because it's that good and I'm enjoying it that much that I would love to talk about it on a weekly basis. But as it stands, I probably won't. It'll either be the two, or it'll just be 1 video. Yeah. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. So thanks again for watching. Once again, this has been Larry Williams, OAW Commander-in-Chief. I am signing off, and until next time, peace.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?